God says, "Only 2 minutes remain. Your biggest miracle is being released right now. Do not skip this." Listen carefully, because these moments are not ordinary, and they were arranged long before you arrived here. I am speaking directly to you because something powerful has already started moving in your life, and the timing is so precise that missing these words would cause you to overlook what I am placing into your hands. I see the weight you have carried, the silent prayers you whispered when nobody else was listening, and the tears you wiped away while hoping that I still had a plan. Before you continue listening, write Amen in the comments as a declaration that you believe I am guiding this moment for you. The reason you feel this sudden pull to listen is not an accident. I have been arranging events behind the scenes of your life, shifting circumstances, redirecting paths, and aligning people in ways you cannot yet see. These final moments before your breakthrough are often the quietest, because the miracle is already being prepared while you are still wondering when it will arrive. I want you to understand clearly that the next season of your life is beginning right now, not someday in the distant future. Many times you believed the door had closed permanently. You looked at the situation around you and concluded that your opportunity had passed and that your prayers had somehow been lost in silence. Yet, even when you felt forgotten, I was still working quietly in places your eyes could not reach. What felt like delay was actually preparation, and what looked like loss was part of a greater restoration that I am now ready to reveal. Right now, there is a moment of decision forming inside your heart. I know that doubt has tried to whisper that nothing will ever change, and that the miracle you hoped for belongs to someone else. That voice does not come from me. I am telling you with clarity that the breakthrough you have been waiting for is not distant anymore, and the timing of this message is connected to the exact moment your circumstances begin to turn. If this word is touching your heart, and you feel peace rising inside you, take a second to like this video so more people who are struggling can also hear these words of hope and strength. You have been walking through a season where everything seemed uncertain. There were days when you did not know how the next step would appear, and nights when your thoughts were filled with questions that had no answers. Yet during every one of those moments I remained beside you, guiding you quietly through situations that were shaping your strength and deepening your faith. The miracle I am speaking about is not small or temporary. It is something that changes the direction of your life and reminds you that my promises are real even when the journey feels long. I allowed you to face certain challenges because they prepared your heart to recognize the blessing that is arriving now. Without those experiences, you would not see how extraordinary this moment truly is. I want you to understand the urgency of these words. When I say that only a short time remains before the miracle is released, I am not speaking about a distant spiritual idea. I am talking about a shift that is already unfolding around you. Opportunities are moving into position, answers are approaching your situation, and doors that seemed permanently closed are beginning to open. Your responsibility in this moment is simple. Remain calm, remain faithful, and do not allow fear to steal the expectation that is forming inside you. The enemy often tries to create confusion right before a blessing arrives, because discouragement is the easiest way to make someone walk away from what they were about to receive. I am reminding you today that the promise I placed in your life is still alive. You are not listening to these words by coincidence. I guided you here because your spirit needed reassurance during the final stretch of your waiting season. The journey you walked was never wasted, and every difficult moment has been recorded as part of the story that will soon transform into victory. Even now, there are people who underestimated you. They saw the obstacles you faced and assumed that your future would remain limited by those struggles. What they could not see was the quiet work I was doing behind the scenes. I was strengthening your character, sharpening your discernment, and preparing your heart for responsibilities that require courage and wisdom. The miracle approaching your life is connected to purpose. It is not only about solving a problem or removing a burden, it is about positioning you exactly where you need to be so that the next chapter of your life unfolds with clarity and power. You have been chosen to walk through a door that many people never notice because they give up right before the moment arrives. Take a moment right now and write 1111 in the comments if you believe that I am guiding your life toward this breakthrough. I see the parts of your story that you rarely share with anyone else. I see the moments when you kept moving forward even though you felt tired and discouraged. Those quiet acts of perseverance were not ignored. Every step you took while trusting me built the foundation for what I am about to release. The next phase of your life will begin with a sense of relief that you have not felt for a long time. Situations that once felt impossible will start shifting in ways that surprise you. Conversations will happen that open new paths. Resources will appear that remove the pressure you carried alone for too long. Remember this clearly. The miracle is not arriving because you were perfect or because you never struggled. It is arriving because my grace has been working in your life from the very beginning. My plans for you were written before your fears ever appeared, and nothing that happened along the way has the power to cancel what I decided. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. For a long time, you stood in places where it seemed nothing was changing. You watched others move ahead while your own path looked still and uncertain. There were moments when you wondered if your prayers had reached heaven at all. Yet every word you spoke to me was heard, and every silent cry was carried into the place where answers are prepared. Many people assume that miracles appear suddenly without preparation. What they do not see is the long process that often happens before the moment arrives. I was aligning details you could not see, bringing together opportunities that were still far away from your view, and moving obstacles that once looked permanent. What seemed like delay was actually the quiet construction of something greater than you imagined. Right now, the atmosphere around your life is changing. The weight that once pressed heavily on your shoulders is beginning to lift. You may not see every detail yet, but you will soon notice small signs that confirm what I am telling you. Doors that refused to open before will begin to respond differently, and conversations that once ended in disappointment will start moving in new directions. This is the moment where faith becomes more important than sight. The miracle you have been waiting for does not always appear in one dramatic instant. Sometimes it begins with subtle movements that slowly transform everything around you. What starts quietly soon becomes undeniable, and what once felt impossible becomes the new reality of your life. You have walked through seasons that tested your patience and challenged your confidence. There were days when you questioned whether you were strong enough to continue. Yet, every time you chose to keep going, even when it felt difficult, you were strengthening the very faith that now carries you into this moment of breakthrough. There were voices around you that spoke doubt and limitation. Some people told you to lower your expectations and accept less than what you were hoping for. They believed that your situation would always remain the same because they could only see what was visible in the present. But I have always seen the future I prepared for you, and it has never been limited by the opinions of others. Right now, I want you to pause and recognize something important. The fact that you are still here listening means that you did not give up when the path became hard. You kept walking even when you could not see the destination clearly. That perseverance has positioned you exactly where you need to be for the miracle that is unfolding. Take a moment now and write 777 inches the comments as a declaration that you trust the path I am leading you on. The miracle I am releasing into your life is connected to restoration. There are things that felt lost, opportunities that slipped away, and dreams that seemed to fade over time. Yet nothing that was meant for your purpose has truly disappeared. What seemed lost was only being redirected so it could return at the right time in a greater form. You may soon notice unexpected openings appearing in places you had already stopped looking. Situations that once appeared closed will begin shifting again. When these moments arrive, remember that they are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the season of preparation has finished and the season of manifestation has begun. Some blessings require patience because they must arrive at the correct moment. If they appear too early, they cannot reach their full potential. That is why certain prayers seemed unanswered for so long. I was protecting the timing of something far bigger than the moment you first asked for it. Even now, there are individuals being guided into position who will play a role in your next chapter. Some of them will bring opportunities. Others will bring encouragement or wisdom that helps you move forward with confidence. These connections are not random. They are part of the network of support that is being arranged around your life. I want you to understand that the miracle approaching you is not only about changing circumstances, it is also about renewing your spirit. The challenges you walked through sometimes made you question your worth and your direction. The blessing coming now will remind you that you were never forgotten and that your life carries purpose beyond what you once imagined. Stay alert in the coming days. Pay attention to the small shifts that begin appearing around you. A simple conversation may open a door. A new idea may guide you toward an opportunity you had not considered before. When these moments appear, move forward with courage instead of hesitation. Your faith has already carried you through the hardest part of the journey. The distance between where you are now and where you are going is shorter than you realize. The miracle is not a distant hope anymore. It is a reality that is already moving toward you, step by step. Remember that my power does not depend on perfect circumstances. I can transform the most unexpected situations into pathways of blessing. What once looked like the end of a story can quickly become the beginning of something far greater. That is the nature of the miracles I release into the lives of those who trust me. Right now, there are answers approaching you that will remove burdens you have carried for a long time. Financial pressure, emotional strain, and uncertainty about the future have weighed heavily on your heart. These burdens will not remain forever. Relief is closer than you think, and the change will come in ways that clearly show my hand guiding your life. Take a moment now and write 999 inches the comments as a sign that you believe your breakthrough is approaching. You may soon find yourself looking back at this moment and realizing that it was the turning point. What felt like ordinary time will reveal itself as the exact moment when everything began shifting in your favor. This is why I urged you not to ignore these words, because they are part of the preparation for what is about to happen. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Keep your heart steady and your mind focused on hope rather than fear. Doubt often tries to rise when a blessing is close, but you do not need to listen to those thoughts anymore. The same power that carried you through your struggles is now guiding you into a season of renewal. The miracle is not only about solving problems, it is about revealing the strength and purpose that were growing inside you all along. The journey shaped you into someone capable of handling the blessing that is now approaching. Continue walking forward with confidence. Stay connected to the peace that you feel in this moment. The path ahead is opening, and the next chapter of your life is beginning to unfold with clarity and grace. For a long time you carried the feeling that you were standing in the middle of a long night. You continued walking even when the road ahead looked dark and empty. Some days you wondered how much longer you could keep going without seeing proof that your prayers were being answered. Yet the strength you showed during that time was not wasted, because every step you took in faith was bringing you closer to this turning point. Right now, the atmosphere around your life is shifting in ways you cannot fully measure yet. Small pieces are moving quietly into position, and soon they will connect in ways that reveal the larger picture. What once seemed like scattered events will suddenly make sense when the moment arrives. You will recognize that the path you walked was guiding you exactly where you needed to be. There were times when discouragement tried to convince you that your efforts were meaningless. You looked at situations that refused to change and wondered if your hope had been misplaced. But hope placed in me is never wasted. Even when progress appears invisible, I am working beyond the limits of what human eyes can see. I want you to understand something important about the miracle that is unfolding. It is not simply a reward for patience. It is also a confirmation of the purpose that rests on your life. The experiences you faced shaped your character, strengthened your resilience, and deepened your compassion for others who struggle. Those lessons were not random. They were preparing you to carry blessings that require wisdom and humility. When the doors begin opening, you will step into opportunities that allow you to help others who once stood where you stood. The miracle will not only change your life, it will also create ripples of hope that reach people around you. Take a moment now and write 555 inches, the comments, as a simple sign that you believe change is coming into your life. You have spent many nights thinking about the future and wondering how things could possibly improve. There were moments when your mind tried to imagine solutions, yet every possibility seemed distant or uncertain. I want you to know that the answer does not rely only on your ability to understand every step ahead. My guidance often leads people through doors they never expected. The path to your miracle may appear in ways that surprise you. A new connection may introduce an opportunity you had not considered. A situation that once looked closed may reopen with a completely different outcome. These moments will not appear by accident. They are part of the timing that has been building quietly around your life. When they arrive, you will sense a strong peace inside you, confirming that the direction is right. That peace is one of the ways I guide the hearts of those who trust me. The journey you walked has already proven your resilience. You endured seasons that would have caused many people to give up completely. Even when you felt exhausted, you continued believing that something better was still possible. That determination has positioned you for the breakthrough that is approaching. Some people around you may not fully understand what is about to happen. They remember the struggles you faced and may assume that your situation will remain the same. Yet they cannot see the preparation that has taken place in the unseen parts of your life. They cannot measure the quiet strength that has grown inside you during these difficult seasons. Soon, the evidence of transformation will become visible. Situations that once blocked your progress will begin to shift. Conversations will open new possibilities. Resources that once seemed unavailable will start appearing in ways that surprise you. When these changes begin, remain grounded in humility and gratitude. The miracle arriving in your life is not only meant to lift you forward, it is also meant to remind you that every blessing flows from my grace. Remembering this truth will keep your heart steady even as new opportunities unfold around you. I know that patience has not been easy for you. Waiting can feel like standing still while the world continues moving forward. Yet patience has a hidden power that often reveals itself later. It builds endurance and teaches trust in moments when immediate answers are not visible. Your patience has created space for something greater than what you first imagined. The miracle being released now carries the weight of everything you endured along the way. It is not a small or temporary change. It is the beginning of a season where your life begins moving in a direction filled with new hope. Take a moment now and write 10 inches the comments as a declaration that you believe your faith is stronger than your fears. As the coming days unfold, remain attentive to the quiet guidance that rises in your heart. Sometimes the most important steps appear simple at first. A conversation, a decision, or a new idea can open doors that lead to something far greater. Do not rush or allow anxiety to cloud your judgment. Move forward with calm confidence, trusting that the same guidance that brought you through difficult seasons will continue leading you in the right direction. Each step will become clearer as you walk forward in faith. There will come a moment soon when you look back at this period of your life with a completely different perspective. What once felt like a season of hardship will reveal itself as the foundation for your transformation. You will recognize that every challenge carried a lesson that prepared you for what you are about to receive. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The miracle I am releasing is not only about changing circumstances, it is about restoring your sense of purpose and reminding you that your life carries meaning beyond the struggles you once faced. You were never forgotten, and your story has always been part of a larger plan. Right now, the path ahead is opening step by step. The uncertainty that once surrounded your future is slowly giving way to clarity. Opportunities are approaching, and answers are forming in places you cannot yet see. You spent a long time carrying burdens that were never meant to remain on your shoulders forever. Some of those burdens came from circumstances that seemed outside your control. Others came from disappointment that slowly drained your strength. Yet through every one of those moments, I was still holding the timeline of your breakthrough. When you felt like nothing was moving, I was quietly arranging what needed to come together. When you believed doors were closing permanently, I was guiding you toward a different path that would lead to something better. Nothing that happened in your story was wasted, because every experience was shaping the person you are becoming. There were nights when you lay awake wondering if the effort you were making would ever produce change. You questioned whether the sacrifices you made were truly worth it. I saw those moments clearly, and I also saw the courage it took for you to continue believing even when the evidence seemed thin. Right now, I want you to understand that your persistence has brought you to this point of transformation. Many people walk away just before the moment when their breakthrough appears. They grow tired of waiting and assume that nothing will ever change. You did not walk away, and that decision has positioned you exactly where you need to be. Take a moment now and write 2 inches the comments as a quiet declaration that you are ready for the change that is unfolding. The miracle approaching your life will not only solve a single problem, it will begin a chain of events that move your life forward in ways you did not expect. One answered prayer will open the door to another opportunity. One change in your circumstances will create space for several new possibilities. Often when I move in a person's life, the transformation begins with something that appears small at first. Yet that small change becomes the starting point for a much larger shift. What begins as a simple step forward can quickly grow into a path that leads to restoration and new purpose. I know there were times when you felt invisible. You looked around and saw others receiving opportunities, while your own situation seemed to remain still. It was easy to assume that your moment would never arrive. But your story was not being ignored, it was being prepared. Preparation often happens quietly because the foundation must be strong before the blessing appears. If the miracle had arrived earlier, you might not have been ready to carry it with confidence. The journey you walked strengthened your character and gave you the resilience needed for what is now coming. Soon you will notice changes that confirm what I am telling you. An unexpected opening may appear where you once faced rejection. Someone may offer help or guidance that removes a barrier you thought would never move. These moments are not random. They are the visible signs that your season is changing. The most important thing you can do during this time is remain open and attentive. When opportunities appear, receive them with faith rather than hesitation. Fear sometimes tries to return when a blessing is close, but you do not need to allow that voice to control your choices. You are stepping into a moment where your faith will be rewarded with clarity. The confusion that surrounded your future will begin to fade. The answers you have been seeking will start appearing in ways that bring relief and renewed confidence. Your miracle is not limited to one area of your life. The change unfolding now will reach into several parts of your story. It will restore hope where discouragement once lived. It will bring stability where uncertainty once caused stress. It will also remind you that you are not walking through life alone. Take a moment now and write 1212 in the comments as a sign that you believe divine timing is working in your favor. The coming days will bring moments that feel almost unbelievable compared to the season you just walked through. Situations that once felt impossible will begin shifting in ways that make you pause and reflect. You will realize that the breakthrough you hoped for was closer than you thought. Remember that miracles often arrive quietly before they become visible. The first sign may simply be a sense of peace returning to your heart. The next sign may be an idea or opportunity that begins opening new paths. Soon after that, you will start seeing the larger transformation that connects everything together. You are not being lifted forward only for your own benefit. The strength you gain during your struggles will allow you to encourage others who face similar challenges. Your testimony will remind them that difficult seasons do not last forever. This is how purpose often unfolds. A person walks through hardship, learns resilience, and then becomes a source of hope for others who feel lost. The miracle in your life will eventually reach beyond your own story and touch the lives of people who need reassurance. I want you to remain calm as these changes begin appearing. Excitement is natural, but peace will help you move wisely. Every opportunity that arrives should be received with gratitude and careful attention. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed by how quickly things begin shifting. When that happens, remember that you are not responsible for controlling every outcome. Your role is simply to walk forward with faith and allow my guidance to continue directing your steps. Very soon you will recognize the turning point that marks the beginning of this new chapter. You will look back at the difficult season behind you and realize that it was only a bridge leading to something better. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives: luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The miracle that is being released into your life carries restoration, clarity, and renewed purpose. You are stepping into a season where your efforts begin producing results and your hopes begin turning into reality. There were many moments when you believed the best opportunities had already passed you by. You watched doors close and assumed they would never open again. Yet the truth is that some doors were never meant to stay open, because they would have led you somewhere far smaller than what I prepared for you. The path you stand on now is leading towards something that carries deeper purpose and greater impact. The miracle unfolding is not random or temporary. It is connected to a long line of prayers you spoke during times when hope felt fragile. Each of those prayers formed part of the foundation for what is now being released into your life. Nothing that you asked for in sincerity was ignored, even when the answer took longer than expected. Sometimes, when a miracle is close, people begin remembering the struggles that once discouraged them. Old fears try to rise again, whispering that disappointment may return. I want you to understand that those fears do not define your future. They are simply echoes of a season that is already ending. The new chapter opening before you is built on the strength you developed while enduring hardship. You learned patience when things moved slowly. You learned resilience when circumstances felt overwhelming. Those qualities are now becoming the tools that help you step confidently into what is ahead. Take a moment now and write 15 inches the comments as a sign that you are ready to receive the blessings that are forming around your life. You have often wondered why certain things happened the way they did. There were experiences that felt confusing and moments that seemed unfair. Yet those events were shaping the direction of your path even when you could not see the purpose behind them. What looked like setbacks were often gentle redirections guiding you towards something greater. Now, the pieces of that journey are beginning to align. The experiences you gained will soon connect with opportunities that require exactly the wisdom you have developed. Situations that once felt painful will reveal their hidden purpose as they lead you toward restoration. You may notice that your perspective is already changing. The same circumstances that once felt heavy are beginning to feel lighter. Hope is returning to your thoughts, and the future is starting to appear brighter than it did before. This shift inside your heart is one of the first signs that the miracle is drawing closer. When transformation begins, it often touches both the inner and outer parts of a person's life. Your circumstances will change, but your spirit will also feel renewed. The exhaustion you carried will gradually fade, replaced by a sense of strength that allows you to move forward with confidence. There will be moments soon when you pause and realize that something truly different is happening. A door that once seemed impossible to open may suddenly welcome you. A conversation may reveal an opportunity you never expected. These moments are confirmations that the season of waiting is giving way to a season of progress. I want you to remain attentive when these opportunities appear. Sometimes people hesitate when blessings arrive because they are still remembering past disappointments. Do not allow hesitation to prevent you from stepping forward. Trust the peace that rises inside your heart when the right moment comes. Your miracle is not limited to material change alone. It also includes restoration of joy and purpose. The heaviness that once filled your thoughts will be replaced by gratitude and clarity. You will begin seeing possibilities where you once saw obstacles. Take a moment now and write 17 inches the comments as a declaration that you believe your life is entering a new season. As this transformation continues unfolding, you will start noticing how different your days feel compared to the season behind you. Where worry once dominated your thoughts, confidence will begin to grow. Where uncertainty once lingered, direction will begin to appear. This shift will not happen by accident. It is the result of the preparation that has been happening quietly around your life. Every prayer you spoke, every moment of faith you held on to, and every step you took despite discouragement contributed to this turning point. There are also people who will soon notice the change happening in you. They may see the renewed confidence in your voice or the calm strength in your decisions. Some will ask how such transformation happened so suddenly. They may not realize how long the preparation truly lasted. When those moments arrive, remember to remain humble and grateful. The blessing you are receiving is not meant to create distance between you and others. Instead, it is meant to remind everyone who hears your story that perseverance and faith can lead to restoration. You will also discover that your experiences allow you to speak words of encouragement to those who feel discouraged. The struggles you once faced will become the testimony that helps others keep moving forward. Your story will remind them that difficult seasons can eventually lead to powerful breakthroughs. Right now, the path ahead of you is continuing to open step by step. Each day will bring new clarity about where you are being guided. Situations that once seemed complicated will begin resolving in ways that feel surprisingly simple. Do not rush ahead trying to force every answer immediately. Trust that the same guidance that brought you this far will continue revealing each step at the right moment. Patience remains important even when blessings begin appearing. Soon you will find yourself looking back at the earlier season of struggle with a completely different understanding. What once felt like endless difficulty will appear as a necessary chapter that prepared you for something better. The miracle that is unfolding in your life is not only about changing circumstances, it is about revealing the purpose that has always existed within your story. The strength you developed, the compassion you gained, and the faith you held onto are all part of the foundation for what is coming next. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to know the secret before it's gone forever. For a long time you felt like you were standing in a place where nothing was moving forward. You tried to stay hopeful, but the silence around your prayers sometimes made you wonder if anything would ever change. Yet the silence you experienced was never empty. It was filled with preparation that was quietly shaping the outcome you are about to see. Many things were happening beyond your awareness. Situations were being rearranged, people were being positioned, and opportunities were being formed in places far from your view. All of this preparation was necessary so that the miracle arriving in your life would not only appear suddenly, but remain stable and lasting. I know there were days when discouragement felt heavy on your heart. You looked at the path ahead and could not imagine how the future could become different from the present. In those moments, you attempted to stop expecting anything better. Yet, even when your hope felt weak, the plan for your breakthrough continued moving forward. Right now, you are standing at a point where the invisible preparation is beginning to become visible change. This is why you feel something different stirring inside you. There is a sense of anticipation that you cannot fully explain, but it is real. Your spirit recognizes that something meaningful is approaching. Take a moment now and write 1919 inches the comments as a declaration that you are ready for the next chapter of your life to begin. The miracle that is unfolding will not only change circumstances around you, it will also renew the way you see yourself. The struggles you endured sometimes caused you to question your value and your direction. Those doubts will begin to fade as new opportunities reveal the strength and purpose that have always been within you. You will soon recognize that the path ahead holds more promise than you once believed possible. Situations that once limited your progress will lose their power over your future. Where there was once hesitation, you will begin walking forward with renewed confidence. This transformation will also affect the way you interact with others. The patience and resilience you develop during difficult seasons will allow you to respond with wisdom and compassion. You will become someone who can guide others simply by sharing the lessons you learned along the way. Do not underestimate the value of those lessons. They are part of the reason your miracle carries such depth and meaning. Blessings that arrive after hardship often create the strongest testimonies, because they reveal how perseverance can lead to restoration. There will soon be moments when you realize that the obstacles which once seemed permanent are no longer standing in your way. An opportunity may appear that allows you to move beyond limitations you once accepted. A solution may arise that resolves a problem you thought would last for years. These moments are confirmations that the season of waiting is ending. The answers you prayed for are stepping into your reality one piece at a time. Even if the full picture is not visible yet, the movement has already begun. Take a moment now and write Amen in the comments as a sign that you believe this breakthrough is unfolding in your life. As these changes continue appearing, remain steady and calm. Sometimes when blessings arrive, people become overwhelmed and try to rush ahead too quickly. I want you to move with patience and clarity so that each opportunity can be received with wisdom. The path opening before you will reveal itself step by step. Each step will make the next one clearer. You do not need to understand every detail immediately. Trust that the same guidance that carried you through difficulty will continue leading you into fulfillment. There will also be moments when you remember the days of struggle that once defined your story. When those memories appear, do not view them with regret. Instead, see them as proof of how far you have come. They are reminders that perseverance and faith can transform even the hardest seasons. Your miracle is connected to restoration. Things that once felt lost will begin returning in new and better forms. Opportunities that seemed unreachable will start moving within your reach. The heaviness that once filled your thoughts will be replaced with gratitude and peace. You may even find yourself surprised by how quickly certain situations change. What once required constant effort may suddenly begin flowing more easily. When this happens, remember that it is not coincidence. It is the result of the preparation that has been unfolding around your life. I want you to continue walking forward with confidence and humility. The blessing being released into your life carries responsibility as well as joy. The strength you gain during difficult seasons will help you handle that responsibility with grace. Soon you will recognize that the turning point you longed for has already arrived. The moment you are standing in right now will become the place where your story begins moving in a new direction. The waiting season will gradually fade into the past as the results of your perseverance become visible. The miracle that is unfolding is not limited to one area of your life. It will influence several parts of your journey, bringing restoration, opportunity, and renewed purpose. The transformation will remind you that the plans I hold for you extend far beyond the struggles you once faced. You remember the times when you felt surrounded by uncertainty. You stood in situations that seemed to repeat the same struggles over and over again. It sometimes felt as if the effort you were making was producing no visible results. Yet the strength you showed during those moments was building the foundation for the transformation that is now taking place. Many people stop believing just before their breakthrough appears. They grow tired of waiting and decide that the future will always look the same as the present, but you continued moving forward even when your confidence felt fragile. That perseverance is one of the reasons you are now standing at the edge of a new chapter. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The miracle being released into your life is not something temporary. It is part of a larger restoration that will influence your future in ways you cannot fully imagine yet. What once felt like scattered pieces of a confusing journey will soon begin connecting together with clarity. Take a moment now and write 777 inches the comments as a sign that you believe divine timing is working in your life. You may already notice subtle signs that something different is happening. The same situations that once caused stress may now feel less overwhelming. Opportunities that once seemed distant may begin appearing closer than before. These are the early indications that the season of waiting is gradually giving way to the season of fulfillment. Your heart has carried many silent prayers that were spoken during moments when nobody else understood what you were facing. Those prayers were not forgotten. They were received and held within the process that is now bringing your miracle into reality. Sometimes people assume that miracles appear suddenly, without any preparation. What they do not see is the careful arrangement that often happens long before the blessing becomes visible. In your life, that preparation has already been taking place. The pieces that once seemed unrelated are beginning to align. There will soon be moments when you recognize that something truly significant is happening. A conversation may open a door you thought was permanently closed. A new path may appear that allows you to move beyond the limitations that once surrounded you. When those moments arrive, remember that they are confirmations of what I have been telling you. Take a moment now and write 10 inches the comments as a declaration that you trust the path that is opening before you. The miracle approaching your life will also restore parts of your spirit that once felt weary. Long seasons of struggle sometimes create emotional exhaustion. You carried responsibilities and worries that weighed heavily on your thoughts. Yet the change unfolding now will gradually replace that heaviness with renewed peace. You will begin waking each day with a different sense of expectation. Instead of wondering whether anything will change, you will start noticing that new possibilities are already appearing. The path ahead will begin revealing opportunities that were once hidden from your view. When those opportunities appear, move forward with courage and gratitude. The transformation unfolding in your life is not meant to be ignored or delayed. It is meant to be received with faith and humility. There will also be moments when you reflect on the season that is ending. You will remember the nights when hope felt distant and the days when uncertainty seemed overwhelming. Yet those memories will no longer carry the same weight they once did. Instead, they will serve as reminders of how far you have come. Your miracle is also connected to purpose. The strength you gain during difficult seasons will allow you to guide others who are facing similar struggles. Your story will become a source of encouragement for people who feel lost or discouraged. When they hear what you experienced, they will recognize that perseverance can lead to restoration. They will see that faith held during hardship can eventually open doors that once seemed impossible. In this way, the blessing in your life will reach far beyond your own journey. I want you to continue walking forward with calm confidence. Do not rush ahead trying to control every detail of what is happening. Trust that the same guidance that carried you through the past will continue directing each step of your future. Very soon you will begin seeing clear evidence that the season has changed. Situations that once blocked your progress will begin shifting in ways that surprise you. Opportunities that once seemed distant will move closer than you expected. When those moments arrive, remember to remain grounded in gratitude. Every blessing carries the reminder that grace has been working in your life, even when the path felt difficult. The miracle being released is not simply about solving a single problem. It is about opening the door to a new direction filled with hope, opportunity, and renewed purpose. Your life is entering a chapter where effort will begin producing visible results and where faith will reveal its reward. You have carried patience through seasons that tested your strength. There were times when the weight of uncertainty felt almost too heavy to hold. You tried to remain hopeful, but the silence surrounding your situation sometimes made you question whether anything would ever change. Yet every moment of endurance added another piece to the foundation that is now supporting the breakthrough forming around you. The struggles you faced were not meaningless obstacles placed in your path. They were shaping your perspective and building resilience that will help you carry the blessing that is arriving. Without those lessons, the miracle would not have the same depth or purpose in your life. What once felt like hardship will soon reveal itself as preparation. Right now, something important is happening inside your spirit. You may feel a calm expectation beginning to replace the worry that once dominated your thoughts. This shift is not accidental. It is the quiet confirmation that the season of waiting is slowly closing and the season of manifestation is beginning. Take a moment now and write 555 inches the comments as a declaration that you believe transformation is unfolding in your life. You've often wondered why certain doors remained closed even when you tried your best to open them. It felt confusing to watch opportunities pass by while you were working and praying for progress. Yet some of those closed doors were protecting you from paths that would have limited your potential. The path opening before you now is wider and stronger than what you once imagined. It carries the weight of purpose and the promise of restoration. What seemed like delay was actually redirection, guiding you towards something greater. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. In the coming days, you will begin to notice subtle signs confirming this shift. A conversation may suddenly lead to an opportunity you had not considered before. A solution may appear that removes a problem you thought would last much longer. These moments will not be random events. They will be confirmations that the miracle is moving into place. I want you to remain attentive and calm as these changes begin appearing. Sometimes when blessings arrive quickly, people become overwhelmed and uncertain about how to respond. You do not need to rush or force anything. Simply move forward with trust and allow the path to reveal itself step by step. Take a moment now and write 1212 in the comments as a sign that you trust the timing of what is happening in your life. The miracle approaching you is not only about improving your circumstances, it is also about renewing your sense of purpose. The struggles you endured sometimes caused you to question your direction and your worth. Those doubts will gradually fade as the new chapter unfolds. You will soon begin to recognize how strong you truly are. The experiences that once made you feel weak were actually building your inner resilience. They prepared you to step confidently into opportunities that require courage and wisdom. There will be moments when you pause and realize that the atmosphere around your life feels different. Situations that once caused stress will start resolving with surprising ease. Paths that once looked blocked will begin opening in ways that make you wonder how everything changed so quickly. This is how transformation often unfolds. It begins quietly, almost unnoticed at first, and then gradually becomes undeniable. What once felt impossible suddenly becomes the new direction of your life. When these changes appear, remember to keep gratitude at the center of your heart. The blessing arriving in your life is not simply the result of effort or circumstance. It is also the result of grace that has been working behind the scenes from the very beginning. Your miracle will also influence the people around you. The strength you gain during your struggles will allow you to encourage others who are still walking through difficult seasons. Your story will remind them that perseverance can lead to restoration. They will see that the same person who once faced uncertainty is now walking forward with renewed confidence. Your testimony will become proof that even the longest seasons of waiting can eventually lead to breakthrough. Continue moving forward with calm faith. Do not allow old fears to return and distract you from what is unfolding. The path ahead is becoming clearer with each step you take. Very soon you will recognize that the turning point you hoped for has already arrived. The moment you are standing in now will become the place where your story began shifting towards something better. The miracle connected to your life carries restoration, opportunity, and renewed hope. It will not only change the circumstances around you, but also strengthen the spirit within you. The change that has been unfolding around your life continues moving forward with quiet certainty. Even when the world around you appears calm, the work I have begun in your life is still progressing. Every step you take now is leading you deeper into the season that was prepared long before you understood where your path was going. What once seemed like a distant promise is now becoming the reality that shapes your days. For a long time, you walked through situations that seemed to offer no clear direction. You tried to remain hopeful while facing obstacles that appeared stronger than your plans. Some days you wondered if the effort you were making would ever produce something meaningful, yet every one of those days contributed to the strength that now carries you forward. The miracle connected to your life is not something that appeared suddenly without preparation. It has been forming through the patience you practiced, the faith you held on to, and the resilience you showed when circumstances became difficult. Those qualities built the foundation for the transformation you are now beginning to experience. You may notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer than they once were. Where confusion once filled your mind, there is now a sense of calm understanding. That clarity is a sign that your heart is aligning with the direction your life is taking. When a season changes, it often begins with peace replacing the worry that once dominated your thoughts. Take a moment now and write 777 inches the comments as a declaration that you believe your life is moving toward restoration. The miracle approaching your life will reveal itself through both small and significant moments. Sometimes, transformation begins with a simple conversation or a new idea that suddenly brings clarity to a situation that once felt complicated. Those moments may seem ordinary at first, but they often become the turning points that lead to larger breakthroughs. You will soon begin to see how different pieces of your journey connect together. Situations that once appeared unrelated will start revealing a deeper pattern. What once felt like scattered experiences will become the story of how you were guided step by step toward a greater purpose. During the difficult seasons, you sometimes wondered why certain opportunities disappeared before they had a chance to grow. It felt frustrating to watch something promising fade away without explanation. Yet many of those moments were protecting you from paths that would not have led to the future that is now opening before you. Now you are stepping into a time where opportunities will begin aligning more clearly with the direction your life is meant to take. When those opportunities appear, you will sense a strong peace confirming that they belong to your path. That peace is one of the ways I guide those who trust me. Take a moment now and write 10 inches the comments as a declaration that your faith is stronger than your doubts. The blessing that is unfolding in your life will influence more than just your circumstances. It will also renew your sense of purpose. The experiences you gained through struggle gave you understanding that cannot be learned through comfort alone. That understanding will soon become a powerful source of encouragement for others. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds. You can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now. But this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. People who feel discouraged will see your story and recognize that perseverance truly matters. They will understand that difficult seasons do not last forever. In this way, the miracle in your life will create hope not only for you, but also for those who hear what you have experienced. You may soon notice that certain worries which once filled your thoughts are beginning to fade. The problems that once seemed overwhelming will gradually lose their power over your peace. As solutions begin appearing, the pressure you carried will start lifting. When that relief arrives, remember to pause and acknowledge how far you have come. There were days when you questioned whether you would ever reach this point. Yet here you are, standing at the threshold of a new chapter where your perseverance is beginning to reveal its reward. Your miracle is not limited to a single moment of change. It is the beginning of a season where progress becomes steady and visible.